It's the New England Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins.
It's a sight that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass. But he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, I think he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. There with a tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Foster Moreau, 42 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots now on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run once more with Stevenson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Jones. Henry brings it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down and 7. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So the watch is officially on now. That ties him with Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander for second place all-time on the single-season list of rushing touchdowns.
And partner, he now just sits one behind LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 28. We know LT's watching. We know he'd hate to lose his record, but we also understand he has great admiration for what this man's done, and he would be a worthy successor to the crown. LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the great players, one of the great people of the NFL.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Ventura. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, Make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Ventura. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
This will be fielded at the 17. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Patriots take over. Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones, fighting to stay upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I don't know what you were seeing on that play, but it felt to me like I wasn't watching a football field. I was watching a boxing ring. He was bobbing and weaving and trying to make sure he kept the play alive. Just didn't turn out well for him in the end, did it?
Impressive that he stayed in the pocket while avoiding those couple of would-be tacklers, but eventually goes down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
46, boys, 46. 46 to Mike. Watch one, watch one. 19, Ryan. 46 to Mike, 46. Hey, check.
Back to throw. Jones buying time to his left. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. On the handoff, Stevenson. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Miami's offense set and ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Throwing to start the drive. Ventura. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Ventura eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones rolling to his left. And he gets this to Thornton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking to throw. Ventura. And he'll find Moreau here. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Back to throw. Ventura. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's got some space here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play on the ground there and goes for 36 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run with Robinson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy and let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done. and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and they will take over first and 10. And now out come the Patriots. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Looking to throw. Jones being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares, because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10.
46 for Mike. 47 free. Let's go.
Back to throw. Jones steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on them as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. They run it again with Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's taken on the 25. For a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
89 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
46, boys, 46.
Jones throwing on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a handoff. Stevenson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Jones now on first down. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James Robinson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Miami set to take over. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing to start the drive. Ventura, catch made, it's Moreau. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Looking to throw. Ventura. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Forced out to his left. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
And you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Stevenson. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Mike 46. Mike 46. I got one.
Robinson up the middle. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James Robinson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Patriots continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now they knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. The drive starts with a completion left side, and from the 25 they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Ventura. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
19 Tiger.
They run. It's Kamara. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
46 to
On the give, here's Robinson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jim. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Pats are going to take over here up near the 40. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
Well, do you want to unpack that?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one. And the call is going to be overturned. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Ventura back to Kamara for another catch. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to throw again. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. They'll look to throw again. That one complete to Hill.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Patriots, as they so often do, moving on in the playoffs as we say so long, everybody.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.